Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Sethonan. This is the Daily Grind. This is DC Legends. And on part 5 of the step-by-step newbie guide, we are going to assess our situation here. This is my third day on this account. And if you have been following the advice, you should have numbers similar to this. Almost level 30, almost 2 million essence, and some 4,000 gold and change. I have 5,000 because they issued a compensation for people who bought gold but didn't get it on their accounts. So there is that. Today, since at this point you won't be having a lot of characters to use, you don't have many characters unlocked, it's pointless to try to participate in the alliance missions. This is why I keep extending my offer if you're a newbie while you get your feet wet and stuff like that. Join Injustice for All. This is the name. I have already had a person join in yesterday with a low level account, so people are starting out on this game. Feel free to join Injustice for All. Just check that it's led by Sethonan, and I play several times a day, so I will accept your request as soon as possible. So that said, let's go into the meat and bones of this. Well, the battle plan for today is this. You stop doing normal missions and you start from the beginning, chapter 1, and just speed force everything until you level up or you run out of energy. Then you go into PvP and red alerts and whatnot. Today we're also going to, well, that was that for the energy. At this point you have to start cashing in missions as you complete them. You will still level up several times a day, but the number of level ups reduce after each time. Oh, this wonderful game where you have to be right next to your Wi-Fi modem, because this game doesn't like having high ping, high latency. You have to be right next to your Wi-Fi modem. Alright, so let's start cashing in stuff and see where that gets us. 77%. So today is the physical showcase event, so I'm going to bring Batman up because I will be needing him. And also this month, if you haven't worked on your Batman Cape Crusader, depending on where you park your characters at, for example, if you're gear 11, you can leave him at just gear 10, because you're going to need this guy for the Dr. Fate assault. Well, if you're interested in doing the Dr. Fate assault. Yeah, let's do this just like this. And next Monday, the PvP board reward changes to Batman Cape Crusader, so you can very safely ignore his notes right now. You're going to have, oh, I got some energy, so let's go back here. You can pretty much just farm this because it's unavoidable, not because you actually want his shards. And you're going to get him, Bane, and Survival Suit Lex Luthor. Urgh. Well, I just have to wait for a couple of minutes then. So let's go farm some physical materials. Until you get Bane, Mad Jester, or quite vexing Harley Quinn, just to stick to notes 1 and 2. Because you have to have the 4 characters in order to finish notes 3 and 4. And our race here is to reach note 4 as fast as possible. Ideally, we could do that on Saturday, and that way we could reach gear 5 and above. But now that Doomsday is way harder to defeat, I don't think that's possible anymore. Now you have to be very careful with Doomsday because he runs out of control very easily. You have to get rid of the trash first and then focus everything on Doomsday. Because he will start getting more and more HP the longer the fight goes on. And I think this is not enough yet. Yeah. Doomsday is way too difficult like this. But probably, I just hope that this counts. I think it does. Yes, the start one battle on upgrade challenge. Alright, 2 battles at the arena and whatnot. Oh lord, this game is very touchy with bandwidth. I think I actually need 3 fights to do this. Well, this is my newbie best team right now. I have upgraded my characters to level 20 and I'm working on their gear. You have to get them to gear 4 as soon as possible. So this is only for completing the dailies. At this point, you shouldn't really be worried about ranking, even though you will. Just do your 27 fights. It's pretty much impossible for you to lose. unless you really want to. Like, just focus fire on a single opponent and hack away. But seriously, I can't stand this low level PvP. Takes too long because since nobody can one shot and damage is very very low, it's just a drag. It's dragging your feet one way and the other. Wow, now we have shields. Now I'm gonna heal. Boom, we are back at square one. So stun, an attack. And this is why I would like to keep these newer videos just to indicate what's the plan for the day and not actually show that, because it's going to be a couple of hours of finishing with very uninteresting gameplay. And you can upgrade gear and levels, but I will suggest to you that you just upgrade enough in the meantime, just the bare minimum that you need to activate powers and defeat opponents on PvP. Why? Because it's better to be consistent than to be fast, at least when you're starting out in the game. Then you can upgrade everything so you are consistent and fast. We are going to do the major gearing up for the last day of the Jay Garrick event. We have to push the envelope and finish this. Okay. You know the pointers already. Oh, I have to fight twice. Yeah. But also, by now you should be able to finish red alerts every day. If you have unlocked, yes, now I remember I have to do this. When you unlock Luthor survival suit, gear him up, level him up. He's going to be an invaluable asset. Dunk some green rings on him to bring his skills to level 2 or 3 if possible, level 20, and just give him max gear. You're going to keep unlocking people as you finish red alerts. So here we are. Full gear 2. Come on. And now we go into red alerts. And you have to look for either this team with Jordan, Cyborg, Huntress, and Satana, or this team, because you're going to use a mainly green team. And still, don't do that just yet. You will have to, but just don't do that yet. You're going to have to sink resources into Sinestro real soon, specifically for tomorrow, Friday, because it's the Fearsome Powers event. But right now, Sinestro works versus this team just like this. And this is what Lex Luthor is good for. He's going to heal your team while you give shields with Jordan just using his basic, because his basic gives more shield than his main skill. And you just have to ride it out. And Luthor purges if he has more than half health. And he is a bit tanky at this point. Like versus Reds, he's going to hold up very well. You just have to get rid of the heavy hitters in this composition, and they are Harley and Lex Luthor Warsuit. So now you start working on giving shields and healing your guys as much as you can. You're not going to get overheals yet. But now you're going to work into giving everybody shields and getting everybody healed. Like this, little by little. If you have to lose turns with Flash, so you can actually heal better. And with this team, you can switch Sinestro for Satana, but Luthor has to be there because he has a purge on his basic, and you will soon bring him to rank 2 and maybe rank 3 and just park him there. He has a leader skill on his passive, so he only has to be rank 4 to be a leader. But when you unlock rank 4 for any character, then the bot teams in Red Alerts are also going to have passives, and you don't want that, because then Harley Quinn starts getting evasions when you miss, and it's a very real possibility that you are going to miss. Bane can't proc his Venom injection and doesn't give him immunities, but it heals. And Luthor gets meter and shield if he gets buffed. But you don't want that. You want your red alerts to be as easy as possible when you start out. These have to be a mere tramit. Like, you don't want challenging right now. You have to amass shards for the farmable characters, Star Sapphire and Swamp Thing. Arceus is a good option, but you're going to take around 2 months before unlocking him, because he unlocks at rank 4. And so he is a bad option starting out. So you could instead work on somebody else like Huntress, Emerald Archer, Harley Quinn, White Vexing. They are good tunes for newbies, and I'm going to show you why later. And this is a steel drag. Like, this is slow red alerts, but at least from now on, once you get Luthor on your side, you can use this specific composition to start working on finishing your red alerts completely every day. As long as this full red composition keeps spawning, you shouldn't have many or any trouble at all finishing your red alerts. And if you are not able to finish, you will at least fight your 10 red alerts per day for extra green and blue rings. So there's that. As long as you finish at least 8 missions on red alerts when you're starting, that's good. That's 10 extra shards per day. And let's see the rewards today. There's Star Sapphire, Arceus, and Swamp Thing. Oh, so this is the big prize. I have to finish today. I have to finish this today. But no pressure. No pressure. This is just if you're able to, it's super cool because you will get a 1200 purple essence per day that you finish your dailies, your legendary dailies. And if you finish all your legendary dailies, then you pretty much have like this start one regular battle. What's the percentage at? Alright, so let's lose PvP. I'm not trying to rank right now. It's Red Robin. If you can rank your red to get Red Robin shards, that's useful because that's an extra backup character for the physical showcase. But if you can't, don't worry. Tomorrow you're going to unlock Jay Garrick. And I'm just gonna pull out. Doesn't matter if you lose. As long as you finish at least 1200 trophies by Monday, you will be okay. Because what you want is this. Yes, there's the level up. Level 30. Legendary events now available. Yeah, what a big load of croak. Like, yeah, if they were implemented, you could play this. These are going to be boss raids later on. So now let's go back into campaign and let's go back to heroics. Give priority to the 30 heroics in one day. That's your main concern right now. Finish those and chances are that you will be able to also do the extra 20 normal missions. But you want this for the 100 gold that you are going to get and the 300,000 essence, green essence that you are able to farm every day. Also get into this working rhythm because doing siege requires you to do the 30 heroics every day. There you go. Now I can cash this in, cash this in, and just see. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I think my wife is watching Netflix. That's what usually happens when she does that. So Um, in the very beginning, you are going to be farming everybody, but I'm going to give Bane because you have to have Bane. You have to unlock Bane. You are going to need him very, very soon. Okay, that's 11 energy. So I'm going to spend that here just to buffer the 20 normal missions and maybe get one green ring. Well, I didn't. So that's 51%. So now I finally cash this and hopefully I will level up. No, didn't. Okay. So that's 16 heroics already. So I will wait until some energy is given back to me. Or maybe I will get a lucky drop on the PvP store. If you notice, I go all over the place. This is how I usually play. I don't have a set order, except spend your blue energy first before you do anything else in the day. After reset, spend blue energy first, then PvP second. If you don't have time to PvP, just go in, lose on purpose. You retreat. I mean, don't play until you lose. Just go inside, check that you start the fight, push the retreat button, so you get at least 1 hour buffer uh, while energy regenerates, so you don't waste that energy. Alright, so I can rank up Batman now. Cool, so let's go here. This is also a mission, and you need Batman rank 2. As long as you don't go above Deadshot right now, everything is cool. That way you can control how the computer behaves and you will be able to finish red alerts. Later, next week, after I get gear 5 and 6, you can then safely rank to 4 and rank to 5, depending on what you feel is comfortable. But I will wait until you have at least one full team with rank 4 before going to rank 5, and I will wait until you can bring a whole team to rank 5 before trying to go to legendary. Because once you get to rank 5, then it's the same. Gear is going to matter more than rank. And yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a couple of hours. But the battle plan is like this. Now that Batman has the bat kick, but I think I'm still going to need Bane. Yes, there's not enough characters. I need Bane to round this thing up. Or maybe Huntress. I'm going to make a separate video if I get Bane going. But the attack plan is like follows. Like right now it's 7 p.m. and change, almost 8 p.m. So at around 9 or 10 p.m. I'm going to come back and level up so I can keep doing my heroics. And you know the drill already. Get to 30 heroics and then start farming green rings on the final node of chapter 1 here, because it's 5 energy, so you get more tries. And right now it's pointless to try something else. because it's the first 3 days. Remember, this is the third day we are playing. If you have been following, and I already have 2 million essence and characters with gear 2, and they are level 20. I can bring them to 25, but I don't want to do that just yet. I need more characters. Um, I'm not going to bore you now with my crappy PvP, but if you can, and you are more likely than not capable of already doing this, just start clearing your PvP boards. Like, this is not really difficult, and that way, right now it's Wonder Woman. In a week, it's going to be Batman Cape Crusader. And now the ongoing thing is that every month a different character, usually a farmable, but sometimes it's also a paywall, is awarded as the PvP board clear. Whenever you win 10 fights in a row in the same board without refreshing, you get 5 shards of the featured character. This month in April, it was Wonder Woman Princess of Themyscira. That's a kick-ass character to unlock, because if you try to farm her, you have to go into chapter 3 of Heroics. I don't have that right now, and she is the last node, and she only ever gets one node in this game. So take every opportunity. She's not indispensable, but she is a nice addition to your roster. Of course, if you're going to be farming her, she only hits her stride at Legendary 2, and she kind of needs Legendary 3 to really work, so she is a long-term plan right now. Uh, just like Batman Detective, they used to give away shards by the bushel. Same with Bane. Bane, you still get many shards, but that's likely to change in the future, so just abuse those PvP packs and don't lament the fact that they give you Bane, because or Lex Luthor survival suit, because you need high legendary with those characters for them to be viable. So aim for a legendary 3. And I'm gonna start working today on this chapter 3 heroics, or maybe tomorrow, doesn't matter, because I need that Harley Quinn for the villain side, and I have to start getting cheetah shards too, because I need blues. Or, well, not me, you are going to need blues to form a team for Saturday. So the sooner you can get your Satana to level 25, and since you did, if you didn't play on April and you're just starting out, this is a problem when you start out. Satana is going to be your only blue for a long time, at least 2 weeks, so you have to start working on getting Cheetah so you can actually farm the mystical archive side of the events. Greens, you get greens up the ass, and reds are very good. You don't need as many because you are given Emerald Archer, Batman Cape Crusader, and Deadshot by default. But you have to work on your Bane because he is pivotal to finishing the physical showcase event. So that's it. I'm gonna cut the video here. Just remember, the battle plan is get your 30 heroics. At least get your 30 heroics. Get your 30 heroics, and if you keep leveling up, then spend the rest of the energy doing the last node of chapter 1 normal, so you get green rings and you finish your remaining 20 missions to complete No Evil Shall Escape My Sight. If you can get those two missions every day. That's super cool. If you can, then it doesn't matter, but just prioritize getting your heroics. Why? Because the essence pay is the same, but the heroics give 100 gold, and these ones from No Evil Shall Escape My Sight are extra. They are just a bonus. Also, get your 27 PvP fights. You don't have to win them. Remember this. It's a very important distinction. You have to spend 27 PvP energy points per day to get these blue rings. You're going to need this. You're going to need a lot of this. If you do this every day, that's 90 blue rings that you can get anywhere else in the game except the rings event. But you are not yet capable of finishing Node 2. That's a thing that we are going to discuss on part 6 or 7, depending on how many videos I end up recording. But it's on Saturday. Tomorrow, Friday, it's the Fearsome event, but you're not going to be able to finish Node 2 just yet of the rings events. And as such, our priority is going to be what you can actually finish every day. So work on those PvP fights, work on your 30 heroics, and the 11 gear. Stop at 11 gears upgraded for each character, because if not, you're going to run out of characters to upgrade, and you need to do at least one. Tomorrow we get Jay Garrick, and we're gonna get him to rank 2 at least, and so he's going to help us on Saturday to go to Node 3 or maybe Node 4, depending on how he works. So your monthly tune is also going to be a priority, number 3 priority after heroics and PvP fights. Why? Because he gets a special week. He's going to be a 5 points for the alliance. He has bonus points for siege. He also has bonus HP and attack for his own event. So he's going to help clear his own event. So keep that in mind. That's why you have to work on him. And the first part of the event lasts for 10 days. So even if we only get 2 nodes on the first day, 2 boss nodes, that's 6 shards per day on repeat, and you get 9 days of repeats. So 6 times 9, it's 54. So that's 54 shards that you will be getting for free. But trust me, we are going to get to Node 4 real quick. Next Thursday, it's physical events again. It's physical showcase. So if we can get to Node 4 on Saturday, then we will get to Node 4 on next Thursday. And that opens up Gear 5 for the Reds, and several Reds are available for this event. So we are going to get to that Node 4 before the event ends. And that means we are likely to finish with a Legendary 1 character on the first week, or at least Legendary 1 capable. If not, a rank 5, that's pretty good, pretty amazing, because we are only fighting for 140 shards to get our Legendary 1 character. So you are going to finish this month with a Legendary character for free, guaranteed. So that said, I'm going to work on my main right now, and I invite you to join my alliance. Remember the name, Injustice for All, led by Sethonan. And I'm gonna update this tomorrow before reset to show you just how I did. I forgot to do that today. I was able to finish red alerts yesterday with the team I already showed you. That said, I invite you to leave a comment, click like on the video if you like the videos and the series, subscribe to the channel and click on the little bell so you get notified when I update content for this game. So we are done for today in this part of the newbie series. So see you tomorrow or in the next video. See you next time. In the meantime, keep grinding on.